Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me? Please respond. Yes. All right. So let's start with the binomial theorem. Uh, if your funda of multinomial theorem is clear, and then this is a very simple topic. All right. So binomial it is nothing but we all know that it's a polynomial with only two terms. In the multinomial, we have seen if there are more than two terms, then how to find out the number of terms or coefficients like this here. So binomials, you can see that is x plus y raised to power 1, x plus y whole square, x plus y cube, x plus y raised to power 4, and so on. And if you observe here, that here, if I'm saying if I need to find out the x plus y raised to power n, then the power of x are decreasing and the power of y are nothing but that is increasing. Like here, x is to power 5, then x is to power 4, x cube, x square, and so on. So this is nothing but it's a binomial expansion. Any doubt? Can I move to the next slide? All right. Now, what is the binomial theorem in general? Okay, the x plus y raised to power n, it is always equal to nc0 into x raised to power n plus nc1 into x raised to power n minus 1 into y, and so on till ncn y raised to power n. So this is the binomial theorem and the expansion of this particular theorem here. All right. Now, few things which are important here. If I need to find out the coefficient, either I can use the concept which we have discussed in the multinomial theorem, or we can derive something specifically for binomial here. Okay. Can I move to the next slide now? Please respond. Okay. Now, general term. So, in general, the general term of this is always equal to NCR, which I say R plus 1 term. It is always equal to NCR into x raised to power n minus R into y raised to power R. So, this is the general term. For example, for the first term, R is equal to 0. So, I'll say that is NC0. For the second term, put R equal to 1. So, I'll get that is NC1 and so on here. All right. Now, so also another thing in the binomial expansion of x plus y raised to power n, the pth term from the end is always equal to n minus p plus 2th term from the beginning. So please write it down, all of you. The pth term from the end, it is always equal to n minus p plus 2th term from the beginning. Can I move to the next slide? Okay. Also, another thing which is important, the ratio of two consecutive terms. In the general, if x plus y raised to power n, then the ratio of two consecutive terms, that is tr plus 1 upon tr, it is always equal to n minus r plus 1 upon r into y by x. So which can be derived quite easily, but yes, it's better to know these values. That the ratio of two consecutive terms, the tr plus 1 upon tr, it is always equal to n minus r plus 1 upon r into y by x. So y is the second term, x is the first term. So the first term is in the denominator and the second term is in the numerator. That is y upon x. So can I move to the next slide now? Please respond. All right. So now tell me the answer of this question. Find the 14th term of 2 plus a raised to power 15. What is the 14th term of 2 plus a raised to power 15? Please tell me, all of you. Anyone? Okay. Now we know that for the expansion of x plus y raised to power n, tr plus 1 term, it is always equal to ncr into x raised to power n minus r into y raised to power r. The sum of all the variables, the power, it has to be always equal to n. That we have seen in the multinomial theorem also. So here I need to put r equal to how much? 13, because I need to find out 14. So 14th term, it is equal to nothing, but that is 15 C13. All right, and the value of x, which is equal to n, is 15. So 15 minus 13 into a raised to power 13. All right, just a minute. Okay, here a is the value of a is actually nothing but that is equal to 2. So that is 2 raised to power 15 minus 13 into a raised to power 13. So you can tell me what is the value of 15 C13? Please tell me, all of you. That is 15 into 14 by 2. 15 into 7, 105. 105 into 2 square. That is 4. 105 into 4. It is equal to how much? That is 420. So this is 420 a raised to power 13. And this is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So this is the only formula which needs to be remembered. All right. What is R? R, just tell me, ना, अगर मुझे first term, if I need to find out the first term, put R equal to 0. This R plus R is any variable here. If I need to find out the second term is T2. So R is equal to 1. For third term, put R equal to 2. For fourth term, put R equal to 3 and so on. Okay. So for 14th term, I need to put R equal to 13. Then I'll get the 14th term automatically. Now, try this. Find the middle term in the expansion of this. So first of all, tell me what is the total number of terms? What is the total number of terms in this case? Okay. Now always remember the number of terms. We all know the formula also. The number of terms in x plus y raised to power n, it is always equal to n plus 1, isn't it? So there are 15 terms. And if there are 15 terms, which is the middle term? Whether it will be 7th or 8th term? Yes. So if there are a total of 15 terms, so in that case, I can say the middle term, it is nothing but middle terms, it is equal to how much? That is 15 plus 1 by 2. That is the 8. So 8th term is middle term. Is that clear? So basically it means I need to find out now what is 8th term. That is T8. So for T8, it means that is R must be equal to 7. Yes or no? So I can say T8 means R must be 7. So TR term. So I can say NCR. I can write down that is 14. So that is equal to 14C7 into 2 raised to power n minus r. So 14 minus 7, it is equal to 7 and a raised to power 7. So this is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? All right. Find the middle term in the expansion of 2 plus a raised to power 15. What is the total number of terms here? Please tell me. What is the number of terms here? That is 16. So if there are number of terms is 16, how many middle terms are there? What are the middle terms? There will be two terms which will be in the middle. Yes or no? Middle will be equal to 1 plus 16 by 2. I am getting 8.5. So I am getting 8.5. So there are two middle terms, isn't it? So if there are two middle terms, and what are the two middle terms? That is T8 and T9. Okay. So what is T9? So for finding the T9, T9 means what? R must be equal to 8, isn't it? R must be equal to 8. So for T9 term, so this implies T9 term, it is equal to 15C8 into 2 raised to power 8 into a raised to power 7. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. NCR into x raised to power n minus r. Okay, I think that is 15 minus 7, 80 hota hai na? Am I right? Yes. So NCR and then 15 minus 8, that will be 7. Yes, I've written it wrong. 2 raised to power 7 into a raised to power 8. Alright. 2 raised to power 7 into a raised to power 8. And 8th term, for 8th term, R is equal to nothing but that is equal to 7. So it says the 8th term, it is equal to NCR, that means 15CR, that is 15C7 into x raised to power n minus R. So that is 2 raised to power n minus r, that is 15 minus 7, which is equal to 8, and into e raised to power 7. So there are two middle terms. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So there is only one formula. With the help of that, we can solve most of the questions. All right. Find the fifth term from the end of this. At the end of the fifth term from the end in the expansion of 2 plus a raised to power 15. So fifth term from end. So fifth term from end. It is equal to what? I can say that is 15 minus 5 plus 2. What is that? 15 minus 5 plus 2, that will be comes out to be equal to how much? That is 12th term. Means that is 12th term from beginning. Is that part clear to all of you? Okay. So 12th term from the beginning. So it means R must be equal to 11. So I can say T12 means R is equal to 11. So NCR. So 15C11 into x raised to power n minus r. So 2 raised to power n minus r. So 15 minus 11, that is 4 into y raised to power r. So that is equal to e raised to power 11. And that is the answer. So I hope that the funda of finding the general term is clear to all of you. Any doubt? Aditi, Ankur, Anupam, Hitesh, Isit, Madhur, Jatin? No. All right. Let's move to the next slide. Find A if 17th and 18th term of the expansion of 2 plus a raised to power 50 are equal. What is the value of a? Now we all know that is TR plus 1 term. It is always equal to NCR into x raised to power n minus r into y raised to power r. Alright. So T17 here it is equal to T18. So T17 means r is equal to 16. So I can say that is 50C16, isn't it? Okay. I'll get 50C16 into 2 raised to power 34 and into a raised to power 16. It is equal to T18 means 50C17. Okay, 50C17 and into 2 raised to power how much? That is equal to 33 and a raised to power 17. This is given to us. So I need to solve this here. So I think it will be comes out to be equal to how much? 50C16. Yes, that's right. 50C16 upon 50C17, and most of the terms will be get cancelled, isn't it? Most of the terms will be get cancelled and you'll get the answer as here. Like 50C16, yes, that's right. The value of a will be equal to 1. So this is the answer. Do I need to solve it completely? Yeah, ho jayega. Alright. So if you solve this equation, you'll get that the value of a is equal to 1. You all know NCR is equal to factorial n upon factorial r into n minus r. So most of the terms will get cancelled and we'll get this answer. So can I move to the next slide now? Okay. Now try this. If the second, third, and fourth term in the no Tanya a equal to 1 aega. You get a equal to 1 only. Alright. Maybe you have done some calculation mistake. Check. Okay. If the second, third, and fourth term are 240, 720, and 1080 respectively, then find the value of n, a, and x. Please keep trying. I'm just giving you a hint. The ratio of two consecutive terms in the expansion of x plus y raised to power n, it is always equal to n minus r plus 1 by r into y by. Try this, all of you know. Okay. So second, third, and fourth. What is the ratio of the third term to the second term? I can see the ratio of the third term to the second term means r is equal to 2. Compare here, r is equal to 2. So it will be equal to n minus 2 plus 1 upon r, which is equal to 2, into y by x. Here y is equal to what? A by x. And this value, it is equal to nothing, but that is equal to 720 upon 240. So from here, you'll get the value of a by x. What is the value of a by x? Can anyone tell me? A by x, I think it will be comes out to be 3 to the 6 and 6 upon n minus 1. Is that clear all of you? A by x is equal to 6 upon n minus 1 from the first one. Similarly, we can find out the ratio of fourth to third term. So fourth to third term, r is equal to 3. So I can say n minus. So n minus 3 plus 1 upon r is equal to 3 into a by x. And fourth term, that is equal to 1080 upon 720. So from here, what is the value of a by x? Please tell me, all of you. What is the value of a by x from this one? In the denominator, yeah, no, not this. In the denominator, yeah, that will be equal to 3 by 2, but by cross multiplying and everything. What will I get here? 3 by 2. I think 3 3s are 9. So 9 upon 2 into n minus 2. Yes or no? And now you can equate these two equations. Okay, equate these two equations. Both of them are a by x. So this implies that if I equate these two equations, 6 upon n minus 1, it is equal to 9 upon 2 into n minus 2. And after solving this, you can find out the value of n, which is equal to 5. Perfect. So we have got n is equal to 5. So if I got n is equal to 5, can we find out what are the values of a and x now? Okay. What is the value of a by x? So from here, what is the value of a by x? So a by x is equal to 6 by 4. And 6 by 4, it is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2. So this implies that a and must be equal to 3 and x is equal to 2. So a is equal to 3 and x is equal to 2. And 3 plus 2, that will be 5 also. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. A and x. Or to find out the a and x, if there is a confusion, then you can also find out what is the second term and third term, and then from there also you can find out a and x. So can I move to the next slide? Please tell me. Now we have got that the value of a by x is equal to 3 to 2. All right. A by x is equal to 3 to 2. And we also know that the second term is equal to 240. So if the second term is equal to 240, so I know that T2, it is equal to 240. And what is T2? T2 is equal to nothing but 5C1. Yes or no? That is equal to 5C1 into x raised to power how much? Tell me. X raised to power 4 into a, and that is equal to 240. So from here, I get that the value of x raised to power 4 into a, which is equal to 240 by 5. 240 by 5, that will be comes out to be how much? Please tell me. What is the 240 by 5? 5 4s are 20 and 48. So x raised to power 4 into a is 48. And we also know that a by x is equal to 3 by 2. So solve these two equations. So if you solve these two equations, you'll get that the value of, or you can substitute that a is equal to 3 by 2x. So substitute this, you'll get a equal to 3 and x equal to 2. So this is the answer. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. So can I move to the next question now? N is 5, not 4, Avinash. N is 5. Now try this. It says the coefficient of three consecutive terms in this expansion is 1 is to 7 is to 42. Find the value of n. The ratio of three consecutive terms is this one. So find the value of n. three consecutive terms. So I can say, let's say the three consecutive terms is TR minus 1 is to TR is to TR plus 1. And that is equal to 1 is to 7 is to 42. That is given to us. So we know that the value of TR plus 1 upon TR, it is equal to n minus R plus 1 by R into A by 1. But it is ratio of the coefficient. So can I neglect the variable A? Please tell me. Can I neglect the variable A? Yes or no? Yes? Because here I need to find out the ratio of the coefficient. So neglect the variables here, A and 1. So this ratio, it is equal to TR plus 1 upon TR, that will be equal to 42 by 7. So from here, I'll get the one of the equations 6. So 6R here I'll get will be how much? N minus 7R plus 1, it is equal to 0. Garima, here I need to find out the coefficient of three consecutive terms. So coefficient of three consecutive terms. So to find the coefficient, do I need to include the variable for finding the coefficient? It is not in this one. The coefficient of three consecutive terms. Okay, so if I say this will be n minus r plus 1 by r into a by 1. So what is the coefficient? For coefficient, we can neglect a. Is that clear now? Why I have neglected a? Ankur, Garima, and everyone. Okay, all right. So I'll get the equation that is n minus 7r plus 1. Now, similarly, here I need to find out the ratio of what? TR upon TR minus 1. So can I say in the above relationship, instead of R, I need to put R minus 1? Yes or no? This formula is R plus 1 upon R. But here the in the denominator it is R minus 1. So here replace R by R minus 1. So N minus replacing R by R minus 1 plus 1 upon R minus 1. And that is equal to 7 by 1. So from here, tell me what will I get here? This will be comes out to be how much? That is n minus r minus minus is plus 1 plus 1, that is plus 2, and it is equal to 7r minus 7. So from here I think I'll get n minus 8r. Okay, n minus 8r plus 9. So this implies that is n minus 8r plus 9, which is equal to 0. So there are two equations, n minus 8r plus 9 is equal to 0 and n minus 7r plus 1 equal to 0. So solving these two equations, can you guys tell me what is the value of n? Okay, if you solve these two equations, what is the value of n? Solve these two and tell me. Neglect, you need to eliminate r 55, 56. No, I think it is 55 only. Okay, not 56. So any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. No. All right. So can I move to the next question? If this is clear to all of you. Okay. All right. 50. Oh, sorry. 55. Yes, that's right. I have, by mistake, I've written 56. It is 55 only. No, yes, just here, na. We know the general formula TR plus 1 upon TR. So here it is R and R. So here I am replacing in the above formula, I am replaced R by R minus 1. So both the throughout the equation replace R by R minus 1 only. Okay. Even if you take TR, TR plus 1, TR plus 2, you get the same answers. No matter how you take the equation. Even if I take TR plus 1, TR plus 2, TR plus 3, I'll get the same answer. Okay, your answer is not going to change. Can I move to the next slide? All right. Now, try this. Find the constant term, the one without a variable in the expansor of this. Now, constant term means what? What do you mean by the term constant term? Can you say it means that the coefficient of x raised to power 0? Yes or no? Yes, that's right. It means the coefficient of x raised to power 0 because x raised to power 0 is 1, so I'll always get a constant term. So basically, it means I need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 0. And we all know the general term that is equal to TR plus 1. It is equal to NCR into x raised to power n minus r into y raised to power r. Here, n is equal to 9, so 9CR into x. The first term is x square raised to power 9 minus r. Y is minus 2 by x raised to power r. So this will be comes out to be 9CR into x raised to power 18 minus r into minus 2 raised to power r into x raised to power minus r. Remember here the term x is in the denominator. So if it goes in the numerator, I'll get x raised to power minus 1. So x raised to power minus r. Combine all the power of x. So if I combine all the power of x, yes, this is 18 minus 2r. So if I combine all the powers, so 9CR into minus 2 raised to power r into x raised to power 18 minus 3r. And for constant term, okay, power of x is equal to 0. Power of x is equal to 0. So this implies that is 18 minus 3r, it is equal to 0. So this implies r is equal to 6. Okay. Now, so r is equal to 6. So I need to find out the T7, and T7 that will be equal to 9C6 into minus 2 raised to power 6. Yes, that's right. So the answer will be equal to 5376, I think. Yes, that's right. So can I move to the next question if this is clear to all of you? Now, another shortcut which can be derived easily here, the independent term or the constant term of a binomial expression is the term in which exponent of the variable is 0. And this is what you can do. That is n minus r into power of x plus r into power of y equal to 0 in the expansion of this. So if you know this, we can find out. It can be derived quickly also. So basically, it is the power of x. It will be always equal to n minus r into power of x plus r into power of y. It should be equal to 0. Can I move to the next slide? Please write it down. Do I need to derive this result, Naina? All right. So let's move to the next part quickly. Now tell me. I need to find out the term independent of x. So find the term which is independent of x here. So independent of x means coefficient of x must be equal to how much? Please tell me. Am I audible to all of you? Please respond. Yes. Like even in the previous case that's here. If I follow the previous question which was like this one, x square minus 2 by x raised to power 9. Just here, I'm just showing with the help of example. That is x square minus 2 by x raised to power 9. So if I'm using this here, that is n minus r, so 9 minus r into power of x here, which is 2, all right, plus r into power of y. So plus r into what is the power of y? That is equal to minus 1, isn't it? That is minus 1. X raised to power minus 1 I'll get here, and that is equal to 0. So from here we can see this is 18 minus 2r minus r, it is equal to 0. So r is equal to nothing but 6. And this is what we have got when we are doing it in this way. All right. So you can save a lot of time or effort in writing all these values. So is that clear? Can I move to the next question now? So now tell me the answer of this one. Find the term independent of x. So I can say here 10 minus r into power of x in the first term. What is the power of x here? Can you say x raised to power 1 by 2? Neglect the constant term. X is nothing but that is 1 by 2. So I can say into 1 by 2 plus r into power of another variable in this case. What is the power of variable here? That is minus 2. So minus 2 and that is equal to 0. So what is the value of r? What is the value of r? Please tell me now. That is 2. So which means third term is the independent of x. And what is the third term? That is equal to 10 C2 NCR into x raised to power n minus r. So I can say that is 1 by 3 raised to power 8 by 2 into 3 by 2 y raised to power r, that is square. And if you solve this, you'll get the answer as 5 by 4. Okay. Now, why I've taken 1 by 3? Remember, I'm neglecting the variable x. Okay. Neglect the variable x. So I get 3 raised to power 1 by 2. And 3 raised to power 1 by 2 and into 8. And the second term, neglect the variable x square. So 3 by 2 raised to power r. So any doubts to anyone now? Madhur, Jatin, Hiti, Siddhant. T3. Now, if r is equal to 3, r is equal to 2 means what is the term? That is t into 2 plus 1. It is always r plus 1 a term. So it means I need to find out T3. That is the third term. Clear now? All right. Try this. Question number 10. Okay, here also I can use that shortcut. 7 minus r into 7 minus r into power of x in the first term, it is 2. So that is into 2. Plus r into power of x in the third term, that is equal to 1. And make it 11. Instead of 0, put it equal to 11. So after solving this, can you tell me what is the value of r? All of you are getting? What is the value of r? That is 3. So if I'm getting r is equal to 3 and we all know that is tr plus 1, it is equal to ncr into x raised to power n minus r into y raised to power r. So t fourth term, I need to find out, and the coefficient that is going to be n is 7, so 7c3 into fourth term x square. So I'll neglect the value of x square, 1 by 2 raised to power n minus r, that is 7 minus 3 into y. Y is equal to minus 3. Minus 3x, so neglect the power x here. Minus 3 raised to power how much? That is 3. And into x raised to power 11 I'll get. Okay. So this is the answer. Just solve this and you'll get the answer. Any doubt? Can I move to the next question? Please tell me. The final answer I'm writing it minus 945 by 16 into x raised to power 11. Yeah, I got. This is the answer. So should I move to the next question now? Tell me the answer of this question. What is the coefficient of x raised to power 16 in the expansion of this? R equal to 4, perfect. So I can say here 10 minus R into 2 plus R into 1, which is equal to 16. So what is the value of R? That is 4. Okay. So I need to find out T5. And T5, it is equal to 10C4 into x raised to power n minus R. So that is x square raised to power n minus R. That is 10 minus 4, which is equal to 6, into y raised to power R. That is minus 2x raised to power R. And what is R? That is 4. So you can see you'll get the answer as 10C4 into minus 2 raised to power 4 into x raised to power 60. Alright. So the answer, it will be equal to 16. Yes, that's right. 3360. Perfect. So this is 3360 into x raised to power 60. So coefficient of x raised to power 16 is 3360. Clear? Any doubt to anyone? Try this. What is the coefficient of the term of this with a y raised to power 8 in it? So y raised to power 8, we need y raised to power 8. Yes, that's right. No, y raised to power 8. So I can think it this way. There are 6 brackets. So no, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. And if I need y raised to power 8, so I need from 4 bracket, we need 2y square. Then only I get y raised to power 8. Yes or no? 2y square, 2y square, 2y square, and 2y square. And from the remaining 2 bracket, it must be excellent. So if I multiply all of them, I get what? 2 raised to power 4 into y raised to power 8 into x square. Into, there are 6 objects. So 6 objects can arrange themselves in factorial 6 upon factorial 4 into factorial 2. So it will be equal to 240 x square y raised to power 8. So the answer is 240, which some of you have got it right. Any doubts to anyone? Whatever the method which we have discussed in the multinomial theorem, that can be used in binomial also. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Try this. Find the coefficient of the term with x raised to power 6 in this expansion. So x raised to power 6. So x raised to power 6 is only possible in this way, I think. That is 3x square, 3x square, 3x square, isn't it? And 2y. So if I multiply all of them, I'll get 54 into x raised to power 6 into y. And how many ways we can arrange it? Factorial 4 by factorial 3. That's right. It is 216 x raised to power 6 into y. So the answer is 260. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. All right. So let's move to the next question then. Try this. Find the coefficient of x raised to power 6 and y into y cube. So I need x raised to power 6 y cube. So it means in three bracket I need x. Sorry, six bracket x, and x, and y cube. So 2y, and 2y. So if I multiply all of them, I get that is nothing but 8 x raised to 6 into y cube into factorial 9 by factorial 6 into factorial 3. So all of you are getting 672. Please tell me. All right. So the answer is 672. Perfect. So any doubts to anyone now? Tanya, Sunil, Vedansu, Siddhant, Sai, Rohan. So can I move to the next slide now? Try this. Question number 15. How many terms of Z have an odd coefficient? One way. Okay. Yes, that's it. There is only one way. For that, they have an odd coefficient. So it means I need to pick Z from all the nine brackets. Yes or no? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There is exactly one. All right. So the answer is definitely one. Yes, you can do it in also. Am I audible? All of you? Can you all hear me? Please respond. Okay. The question says, just wait. All right. So it says how many terms of z minus 2 raised to power z raised to power 9 have an odd coefficient. I need the coefficient has to be odd. Now remember 2 into root z. 2 into root z. 2 into root z is even number. So any number which is a multiple of 2 into root z into something, that is always an even number. And if I need coefficient to be odd, so can I say that is only possible from all the bracket I take out only z. Because if I take any combination, let's say out of the 9 brackets, from one bracket I take z, and from the another bracket I take minus 2 root z into something. So minus 2 into something, the entire product will become an even number. So the coefficient will be even. But we need the coefficient to be odd. So that is only possible if from all bracket I pick only z. So is that clear to all of you now? Please respond. Abhijit, Damini, Vedansu, Garima, Rohan. So that's why the answer is one way. Can I move to the next question? Please respond, all of you. All right. Try question number 16. Find the coefficient of x raised to power 5 in this expansion. Anyone who can tell me the answer? 60. Rohan is saying 60. Oh, Rohan, we'll check that. Just wait. Now, I need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 5. Alright, we need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 5. So, just here, I can say 1 plus x square raised to power 5 into 1 plus x raised to power 4. So, it's product of two terms. So, write down, expand it. That is 5c0 plus 5c1 into x square plus 5c2 into x raised to power 4 and so on. Into expansion of 1 plus x raised to power 4. 4c0 plus 4c1 into x raised to power 1 plus 4c2 into x square and so on. And we need the coefficient of x raised to power 5. So, we'll start making the combination, what all combination would give me this. Okay. Am I audible to all of you? Please respond. Yes. Okay. So, what all combination will give me x raised to power 5? So, you can look for the combination which can give me x raised to power 5. Alright. Now, x raised to power 5, I'll get this one. From here, take x raised to power 4, and from here, x raised to power 1. The combination of these two, if I multiply these two, I'll get x raised to power 5. Yes or no? Or I'll get this is x square from here. Alright. And from this next term, I'll get nothing but that is x cube. So there will be only two terms here. So you'll get this product, add all of them, and you'll get the answer. That's now. Please tell me yes or no. Voice is breaking. Just give me a minute. Here I need to find out the 1 plus x raised to power 5 in the product of these two. So write down the general term here. 1 plus x square raised to power 5, expand it. So I'll get what? 5c0 plus 5c1 into x square plus 5c2 into x raised to power 4 plus 5c3 into x raised to power 6. We'll get a total of 6 terms here. And here 1 plus x raised to power 4, I'll get a 4 terms. 4c0 plus 4c1 into x raised to power 1 plus 4c2 into x square and so on. But I need the coefficient of x raised to power 5. So this x raised to power 4 into x raised to power 1. The product of these two, it will be comes out to be x raised to power 5. And the other thing I can get here, that is x square from here and x cube from here. So x square plus x cube from here, that will also give me x raised to power 5. So that's these are the two possible combinations, and that will give us the answer as 60. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Now the other alternate method which we can use, we know that is 1 plus x square. Okay, and there are how many brackets? That is 1 plus x square, 1 plus x square, and then 1 plus x square into 1 plus x square. There are 5 brackets. Into, now that is getting multiplied by 1 plus x 4 times, 1 plus x 4 times. Okay. Now, so tell me one thing, what is the maximum power from here? I'll get x. Can it say x raised to power 4? or from here also. Now, one of the way I need x raised to power 4 from here and x from here. Can I say? Then I can get x to the power 5 by multiplying, or I can get x square from here and x cubed from here. Okay? Because remember here, the terms will be always a multiple of 2. Power is always a multiple of 2, like x square, then x raised to the power 4, and so on. Okay. Any other possible combination to get x raised to the power 5? Please tell me now. Because here there will be maximum power of x on this is. No. जैसे इन x raised to power 5 चाहिए मुझे, इसलिए और कोई combination हो सकता है नहीं. So if I'm getting x raised to power 4 from here, so which means that is only possible in this case. From 3 of the bracket I should pick 1, and 2 of the bracket I put x square. Yes or no? And here, for getting x square, from 4 of the bracket I should pick 1, and from 1 bracket I should put x. And here, in the second case, for getting x from one of the brackets I should pick from the remaining bracket I put, and for getting x from the bracket you put, take out x and from one bracket you take 1. And now we multiply this, you all get x raised to the power 5. Is that not clear to all of you? Please respond or no. Voice is breaking. Wait for 2-3 minutes. So how many arrangement in the first case here? So that is equal to factorial 5. I can say factorial 5 upon factorial 3 into factorial 2 into the combination of these two. No? So into factorial 4 upon factorial 3 plus the second case factorial 5 by factorial 4 into factorial 4 by factorial 3. Just check whether it is coming out to be 60 or not. All of you. RI? Yes. So that's the answer. So this is another thought process to get the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. Can I move to the next question then? Try this. I need to find out the coefficient of a raised to power 4 in this product. Either you can use by using the coefficient, or I can say 1 plus 2a raised to power 4 into 2 minus a raised to power 5. So I need the coefficient of a raised to power 4. So can I say take 2a, 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 and 2a from the first bracket? Yes or no? 1 plus 2a raised to power 4. So take 2a, 2a from each of the term. Yes or no? And here, From the second one, I'll get only 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Is that clear to all of you? Please tell me. The first case, all right. Now, the second possibility is here. I can take here from 3 of the bracket, I'll take 2a. So that is 2a, 2a, and 2a. All right. And 1 from here. And here I'll take from one of the bracket, I'll take minus a. Okay. From one of the bracket, I'll take minus a, and from the rest of the bracket, I'll take 2, 2, 2, 2. Again, if I multiply, I'll get a raised to power 4. Okay. Or the third possibility is 2a and 2a. And 1 and 1. Yes, 5. There is a total of 5 possibilities here. So from here, I can say this will be equal to minus a, 2, 2, and 2. All right. Or I can say that is 2a, 1, 1, 1. And I can say minus a, minus a, minus a, 2, and 2. Or I can say take 1, 1, 1, 1 from here, and minus a, minus a, minus a, minus a, and 2. Any other possibilities? Please tell me now, all of you. So in this first case, what will be the answer? In this case, I can say 2 raised to power, as you can see it here, I'll getting nothing but 2 raised to power 9. Yes or no? 2 raised to power 9, that will be equal to 512. So 512 into, or you can say it in this way. First, there is exactly one way, no? So that's right, I'll get simply 512 into a raised to power 4. From the second one, arrangement of these 4 terms, so 4 factorial by 3 factorial. So I can say if you multiply all of them, so 2 is getting how many times? I'll get 2 raised to power 7, isn't it? 4 plus 3, that is 7. 2 raised to power 5 is 32, 64. 2 raised to power 7 is how much? 128. And I'll get minus 128 a raised to power 4 into arrangement also. So arrangement of the first group, it is factorial 4 by factorial 3. And arrangement of the second group, that is nothing but factorial 5 by factorial 4. Is that clear to all of you? The second part, second case, please tell me. Third, 2 raised to power 5. But here the product will be positive. So that is 32 a raised to power 4. Arrangement of the first group, factorial 4 by factorial 2 into factorial 2. And the arrangement of the second group, that is factorial 5 by factorial 3 into factorial 2. And for the fourth group, I'll get 2 cube is 8. Here it will be comes out to be negative. Minus 8 a raised to power 4. Arrangement of the first group, factorial 4 by factorial 3. And the arrangement within the second group, that is factorial 5 by factorial 3 into factorial 2. And the last case, it is nothing but I'll simply get that is 2 a raised to power 4. Arrangement of the first group only one way, and the arrangement of second group, that is factorial 5 by factorial 4. And now you need to add all of them. And if you add all of them, you'll get the answer, which will be comes out to be minus 438 a raised to power 4. Okay. So the answer is minus 438. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So another way is that you can expand this binomially. First, expand second binomially. So I can expand the first term binomially, expand the second term and binomially, and start making the combination. So in that case also, we'll get these 5 combinations there. And this is an NCERT question. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. No. So can we move to the next question? Now, tell me the answer of this. What is the answer for 18? What is the total number of terms in the expansion of x plus y raised to power 8? That's right. The answer is nothing but simply it is equal to 9. Okay. So the answer for question number 18 is 9. Perfect. So 18 is 9. What is the answer for question number 19? What is the total number of terms in the expansion of this? No, it is a plus. Now, when it says here x plus y raised to power 8. So x plus y raised to power 8, there will be a total of 9 terms. Can you see all the 9 terms will be positive? Yes or no? 4 plus 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All the 9 terms will be positive. And in the expansion of x minus y raised to power 8, first term is positive, next term will be negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. यही होगा. So now tell me the answer of question number 19. If I'm adding these two, all the like terms will be added. So if I'm adding these two, can I say the number of terms it will be equal to 5? And in the subtraction, how many terms will be there? Please tell me. Only 4. That's right. So this is the answer. So any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. Clear to all of you? So can I? How 5? Just here, if I add this, so these two will be added, 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 these two will be added. So I'll get 5 terms. And this is plus minus 0, plus minus 0, plus minus 0, plus minus 0. And similarly, when I subtract this, so the term which I have highlighted, they will be 0. And the other terms will be, comes out to be like terms which will be added there. So any doubts now? Please respond, all of you. No. Okay. Try this. Find the number of integral terms in the expansion of this. Root 3 plus 8th root of 5 raised to power 256. Okay, that's right. Now, we can use the binomial funda or you can use lot of ways here. Okay. The question is find the number of integral terms. Okay. So there will be some coefficient, or I can say that is PR plus 1. That is NCR, that is 256 CR into x raised to power n minus r. So root 3 raised to power n minus r, that is 256 minus r. Alright. And into y raised to power r. What is y here? That is 8th root of 5 raised to power r. So this will be equal to 256 CR root 3, that is 3 raised to power 1 by 2. So I get that is equal to 128 minus r by 2. 3 raised to power 128 minus r by 2 into 5 raised to power r by 8. And what is the value of r? R will always lies in the range 0 to 256. Yes or no? 256 CR. So R will always lies in the range 0 to 256. And for this term to be integer, the power of 3 should be integer. The power of 5 should be also integer. So here R should be a multiple of 2 as well as a multiple of 8, isn't it? From the first term, I can say that here R should be a multiple of 2. Then only it will be integer. From the second term, R should be a multiple of 8. Let me write down 8 and multiple of 2. So R should be a multiple of 2 as well as a multiple of 8. It means R should be a multiple of 8 here. Let's say R is equal to 8B. So I can say R is equal to 8B. 8B in lying in the range 0 to 256. So which means B will lie in the range 0 to how much? 256 by 8, that is 32. So B is in the range 0 to 32. So 0 to 32, how many terms? There are 33 terms. And that is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? We have done a similar type of the question even in the multinomial theorem. Yes or no? We can use that approach also. So any doubts? Can I move to the next slide? Please tell me now. Okay. Try this. Now I need to find out the irrational terms. So first of all, find out how many terms are rational. Okay. Let me do it by the way we have done the binomial, sorry, multinomial. The general term will be k into 5 raised to power 1 by 8 raised or a. Yes or no? Into 2 raised to power 1 by 6. 2 raised to power 1 by 6 raised to power b. So which means that basically k into 5 raised to power a by 8, okay, into 2 raised to power b by 6. Is that clear to all of you? And we know that the value of a plus b, it is equal to 100. Okay, so for the variable. And we also know one more thing, that a should be a multiple of 8. If the rational for rational, a should be a multiple of 8. So I can say, let's say a is equal to 8b. And b should be a multiple. Let's say b is equal to 6q. Yes or no? So a is a multiple of 8, b is a multiple of 6. So I can write down here a is a multiple of 8. So let's say 8b. B is a multiple of 6. So 6q, it is equal to 100. So divide by 2, I'll get that is 4p plus 3q, which is equal to nothing but how much? 50. So find out the integral solution. I think the maximum possible value of k is 11. Start with p, take maximum value, or start with 81. If I take q equal to 0, not possible. Q equal to 1, not possible. Q is equal to 2 is possible. When q is equal to 2, p will be comes out to be 11. And then yes, and we can write down all the solutions. Next possible solutions. Always remember one thing which we'll do in the linear equations also. If there is any equation like ax plus by, it is equal to k. So the value of x will change at a step of b, and y will always change at a step of a. Okay. X change at a step of b, y will always change at a step of a. So if you find out one of the solution 11 and 2, so the next solution of p is p will change at a step of 3. So 11 minus 3, 8. 8 minus 3, 5. And 5 minus 3 is 2. And the value of q will change at a gap of 4, 4. Okay. So 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. And 10 plus 4, 14. So these are 4 integral solutions. Yes, previous question can be also solved by this approach. We have done use this approach in the multinomial theorem, isn't it? Fine. Okay. So there are 4 integral solutions. Okay. So can you say the total number of rational terms? Number of rational terms, it will be equal to how much? Number of rational terms, it is equal to 4. Then what is the number of rational terms? Tell me now. What is the total number of terms in the expansion? What is the total number of terms in the expansion? 101. So 101 minus 4. 101 minus 4, the answer will be equal to 97. And that will be the answer. So the number of irrational terms in this case is 97. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. No. So try this. अच्छा multiple वाला part. Please tell me what is the doubt in multiple wala part. अगर मुझे इंटीजर चाहिए तो पावर ए जो होगा वो तो 8 का मल्टीपल होगा. ए मस्ट बी अ मल्टीपल ऑफ 8 and b must be a multiple of 8. Then only this will be integer. Okay. Any other doubts to anyone? So am I audible to all? Please respond. So try question number 23. Try question number 23, all of you. Please try. Okay. Am I audible to all of you? Now, here the general term will be k into 9 raised to power 1 by 4 raised to power a into 8 raised to power 1 by 6 raised to power b. So k into 9 is equal to 3 square. Remember guys, 9 is equal to 3 square. So I'll get 3 raised to power a by 2 now. Alright? Into 8 is equal to what? 2 cube. Remember 8 is equal to 2 cube. So 3 by 6. 3 by 6 is 1 by 2. So into 2 raised to power nothing but that is b by 2. Is that part clear to all of you? So this implies we know that a plus b it is equal to 1000. Okay, a plus b is equal to 1000. And from here, can you say that a as well as b, both the numbers should be even? Please tell me yes or no. A and b, both the numbers should be even. Is that part clear to all of you? Yes. Then only a by 2 will be integer as well as b by 2 will be also an integer. So a plus b is equal to 1000 and a and b both are even. So I'll take a is equal to 2p, b is equal to 2q and which is equal to 1000. So p plus q it is equal to 500. So how many solutions are there? 501 solutions. So the answer is nothing but that is 501. So now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in this question. Please respond. So can we move to the next question if this part is clear to all of you? Try this. Question number 24. What is the answer? Yes. Now we have discussed that to find the sum of coefficient, put all the variable equal to 1, isn't it? So put simply that is x equal to y equal to 1. Whenever I need to find out sum of coefficient. So answer is nothing but that is 3 raised for 7. That is the answer. Any doubt? Can I move to the next question? Okay. Try this. Tell me the answer of this question. Which one is larger? I need to identify this. Anyone, whether the first term is larger or the second term is larger, please tell me. Okay, let's see. Can you say 101 raised to power 50? It is equal to 100 plus 1 raised to power 50, which is 100 raised to power 50 plus 50 C1, which is equal to 50 into 100 raised to power 49 plus 50 C2, which is this into 100 raised to power 48, and so on. Now 99 raised to power 50. 99 raised to power 50 is equal to 100 minus 1 raised to power 50, which is 100 raised to power 50 minus 50 C1, which is equal to 50 into 100 raised to power 49 plus 50 C2 into 100 raised to power 48, and so on. Okay. Now, if I take a difference of these two, okay, if I take a difference of these two, so I'll get this expression. Okay, these two will be get subtracted and it will be get added. So it will, if you add this, it will be comes out to be 100 into raised to power 50 and so on. So the right hand side is definitely greater than 150. I 1 raised to power 50. It is definitely greater than 100 raised to power 50 plus 99 raised to power. Binomial theorem can be used in some of the questions to identify which term is larger, like this. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. Madhur, Pushpendra, Jatin. Yes? Can you all hear me? Yes. ठीक है. So let's move to the next step. Please respond, guys. If I'm audible, please respond. Can I move to the next? Okay, ठीक है. Am I audible to you now? Please respond. Am I audible to all of you now? Yes. Try this. Question number 26, everyone. So, sir, Okay. What is the answer? 16. Let's see here. Now, what I need to do here is, first of all, if I say that is x plus y raised to power n, what is this? If I expand it, what is this value comes out to be? Tell me x plus y raised to power n. Can you say nc0 into x raised to power n? Am I audible to all of you? Yes or no? Yes. Plus nc1 into x raised to power n minus 1. Okay. So nc1 into x raised to power n minus 1 into y plus nc2 into x raised to power n minus 2 into y. A very important question, so all of you please pay attention. nc3 into x raised to power, sorry, this is y square, x raised to power n minus 3 into y cube and so on. Now, if I say x minus y raised to power n, so nc0 into x raised to power n minus nc1 into x raised to power n minus 1 into y plus nc2 into x raised to power n minus 2 into y square and minus nc3 into x raised to power n minus 3 y raised to power 3 and so on. Now, if I add these two equations, what will I get here? That is x plus y raised to power n plus x minus y raised to power n. Okay, that is equal to twice of nc0 x raised to power n plus nc2 x raised to power n minus 2 into y square plus nc4 into x raised to power n minus 4 and y raised to power 4 and so on. So is that part clear to all of you now? Please respond. So now tell me here the value of x is equal to root 2 and y is equal to 1. So x is equal to root 2 and y is equal to 1 and n is equal to 6. So what will I get? 2 into 6c0 and x is equal to nothing but root 2. So root 2 raised to power 6, isn't it? So root 2 raised to power 6 plus 6c2 into root 2 raised to power 4 and into 1 square plus 6c4. So 6c4 into root 2 raised to power 2 into 1 raised to power 4 and plus last term that is 6c6 into root 2 raised to power 0 into nothing but that is 1 raised to power 6 and so on. And if you solve this, you'll get that is 2 into. What is first term? 6c0, it is equal to how much? 1 and root 2 raised to power 6 which is equal to 8 plus. Second term, what is 6c2? That is 15 and 15 into root 2 raised to power 4 that is 2. So 15 into 4. Third term 6c4 which is 15. 15 into 2 and the last term is 1. So the answer is equal to 198. So that is the correct answer. So any doubts to anyone now in this question? Please tell me. No. So can I move to the next question if this part is clear to all of you? All right. So tell me the answer of this. Find the integral value of root 2 plus 1 raised to power 6. What is the integral value of root 2 plus 1 raised to power 6? Now tell me one thing. We have calculated just now. What is the value of root 2 plus 1 raised to power 6 plus root 2 plus 1 minus 1 raised to power 6? It is equal to 198. Yes or no? It is equal to 198. So can we say root 2 plus 1 raised to power 6? It is equal to 198 minus root 2 minus 1 raised to power 6. Now tell me one thing. What about root 2 minus 1? Can it say root 2 minus 1? It is definitely less than 1 and greater than 0. Please tell me yes or no. Root 2 minus 1 which is 1.414 minus 1.414. So if I take root 2 minus 1 raised to power 6, then it is also lying in the range 0 to 1. Yes or no? It is also lying in the range 0 to 1. Please tell me yes or no. Okay. The value will keep on decreasing further. If you take a power of fraction, the value keeps like zero point 0.2 square. Zero point 0.2 square is 0.04. 0.2 cube is 0.08 and so on. The value keep on decreasing. So I can say this particular part is nothing but this value, it is lying in the range 0 to 1. So if you are subtracting from 198 something in the range 0 to 1, so can you say this value is equal to 197 point something? Yes or no? This value, it must be equal to root 2 plus 1 raised to power 6. It must be equal to 197 point something. So what is the answer of our question? 197. So any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So integral value of this is this. So should I move to the next question, guys? Please tell me now. Okay. So there are two things which you need to remember here. X plus y raised to power n plus x minus y raised to power n, it is always equal to this. Twice of nc0 into x raised to power n into y raised to power 0 plus nc2 and then nc4 and so on. And if I'm taking a difference, then I'll get the term nc1, nc3, nc5 and so on. So please write down these two formulas in your notebook right now before I move to the next question. Powers are different. Of course, हो सकता है powers are different. Then solve it individually and then add it. Find out x plus y raised to power something, x minus y raised to power something, and then add all of them in that case. Okay. So can I move to the next slide, guys? Please respond now. Now try to solve this. I'm giving you 1 minute to think, and then after that, I'll start with the discussion. Okay, should I start with the discussion now? Please tell me. Now, this question was asked in XAT 2011 for 5 marks. Now, what happens in XAT 2011? There were few questions which is of 1 marker, few question is of 2 marker, few question is of 3 marker, कुछ 4 mark के थे, कुछ 5 mark के थे, maximum of 5 marks. So this is a 5 marker question. And do you know what was the cutoff in XAT 2011 for the quant section? Any idea? कितना हो सकता है? Anyone? Tell me. How much can be the cutoff for XLRI? Oh, 17 बहुत ज़्यादा. It was around 7 marks. Avinash. Okay. For getting a call from the HR, XLRI HR or XLRI DM, maybe 8 or 9 or 7 marks. So to get a 7 marks, we just need to solve 2 questions of 5 marks each. 1 घंटे के अंदर केवल 2 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना था and you can get it. Out of maybe 20 questions, 25 questions, maybe at the max, maybe there was 25 questions of quant in that year. All right. So the paper was very tough in that particular year, and this was one of, and this is an IIT level question actually. All right. So should I start with the discussion now? All right. Now let's see how we can approach this. So I'll take 2-3 more examples of like this here. Now this is 9 plus 4 root 5 raised to power 88. Okay. So now tell me one thing. This is equal to integral part plus fractional part. All right. So I'll say here 9 plus 4 root 5 raised to power 88. So power is an even number. Okay. And we know that is, right now I told you that is x plus y raised to power n plus x minus y raised to power n. that is equal to twice of, that is what, NC0 into x raised to power n plus NC2 into x raised to power n minus 2 into y square. Alright, and so on. Now tell me one thing. Here in this case, if I say x is equal to nothing but that is equal to 9, okay, and y is equal to nothing but that is 4 root 5 in the above formula. In the above formula. So what is going to happen in this case here? Can I say all the terms on the right hand side will be an integer? Because y is 4 is to power 5. So here I am always getting power 2, then power 4, then power 6, power 8. So can I say the right hand side is always an integer? Please tell me yes or no. All of you, Rohan, Vedansu, Avinash, Aditi, Ankur, is that clear? The right hand side, if I say x is equal to 9, y equal to 4 root 5, so the right hand side is a multiple of 2 also. So multiple of 2, so it must be an even number also. Yes or no? So I can say that is for sure that the 9 plus 4 root 5, okay, plus 9 minus 4 root 5 raised to power 48 and raised to power 48. Remember, n is an even number. Remember, n is an even number, 48. So power 48. Or even if I neglect this y square, na, this is the root term. 9 raised to power anything, whether the power is even or odd, doesn't matter. It will be always an integer. But for this to be integer, the power must be even number. So which I am getting here, y square, y raised to power 4, y raised to power 0. So this term, it is nothing but this is an even number. Please tell me yes or no. Is that part clear to all of you? This is an even number, right hand side. Now 9 plus 4 root 5, this is equal to what? This is equal to integral part plus fractional part. Yes or no? And what is 9 minus 4 root 5? Can I say 9 minus 4 root 5? It will always lie in the range 0 to 1. I'm writing down here that 9 minus 4 root 5. Okay, 4 root 5, it will be equal to 9 minus, 9 minus root of 80. So 9 minus, this will always lie in the range 0 to 1, isn't it? So 9 minus root 80, it will always lie in the range 0 to 1. And let us assume this value, this is equal to nothing but f dash, which is lying in the range 0 to 1, the other fractional term. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. Is that clear? No. So this term, it will be always between 0 to 1. And 0 to 1 raised to power 48, it will be always a fractional value. So I can say plus f dash plus f dash. It is an even number. Okay. So it means nothing but that is equal to what? That f plus f dash. So f plus f dash, it is equal to even number minus I. It must be an integer. Reason being, because this is an even number, and from even number I am subtracting another integer I. So even number minus even number, which is an integer, and if I subtract integer, that is an integer. And what about the fractional term? Can I say the fractional term in this expansion, it will also lie, like f will also lie in the range 0 to 1? Yes or no? Because in the original equation, integral values of x plus f, fractional value will always lie in the range 0 to 1. So f is lying in the range 0 to 1, f dash also lies in the range 0 to 1. So if I combine these two, can you guys tell me what is the value of f plus f dash? Can you say it will lie in the range 0 to 2? Please tell me yes or no. Yahi hoga? And f plus f dash I need as an integer. So f plus f dash is an integer and f plus f dash is lying in the range 0 to 2. So what is the possible value for f plus f dash? Please tell me now. It implies, what is the value of f plus f dash? There is only one possibility. So this implies that the value of f plus f dash, which is equal to nothing but that is 1. Any doubts to anyone now till this step? Please tell me. All right. So we have got that f plus f dash, it is nothing but it is exactly equal to 1. So if it is exactly equal to 1, so now tell me what is the value of f dash. So it implies that the value of f dash, it implies that the value of f dash, it is equal to 1 minus f. Yes or no? 1 minus f. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. No. And we need to find out the product of x into 1 minus f. Okay, x into 1 minus f here. And what is 1 minus f? That is equal to f dash. So I'm writing it on the next slide. Okay. We need to find out the product of x into 1 minus f. Okay. Now x is equal to nothing but that is 9 plus 4 root 5 raised to power how much? 48. And 1 minus f, it is equal to nothing but that is 9 minus 4 root 5 raised to power 48. Why? Because 1 minus f, it is equal to f dash, that we know that. So here 1 minus f, it is equal to f dash, and we have calculated that f dash is what? If you read here, f dash is 9 minus 4 root 5, isn't it? We have assumed f dash is equal to 9 minus 4 root 5. So I substituted these values here. So now in this case, it will be equal to how much? That is 9 plus 4 root 5 into 9 minus 4 root 5 raised to power 48. Now a plus b into a minus b, that is equal to a square minus b square. So that is equal to 1 raised to power 48, which is equal to 1. And this is the answer. Any doubts to anyone? Remember 9 plus 4 root 5 into 9 minus 4 root 5. So 9 square, I can write down step by step, 9 square minus 4 root 5 whole square. A square minus b square. And raised to power 48, which is equal to 81 minus 80 raised to power 48. So the answer is equal to 1. And this is the answer. So any doubts to anyone now? So a difficult one, in fact. Yes, it's definitely worth of 5 marks. Is that clear to all of you? So I'll take 2 more questions similar to this with a slight variation so that you can understand how to approach such type of the questions. All right. CAT में नहीं आता. Now, in the binomial theorem, you can find out the basically in CAT some of the question application of binomial theorem. Like last year in 2018, there was a one question based on binomial theorem in 2018. Okay, not this level question. I think this is more of IIT level question, not for something like CAT or any other exam, isn't it? Can I move to the next slide? Please tell me. Okay. So I'll take few more variation of such type of questions. Let's see. Try this. Try this. Let's see if you can do that. So here the power n is not given, but the options are given. And the question is how many of the following statements are true? So out of these 4 statements, how many of these statements are true? That is what I need to identify. Now, again, tell me one thing here. This is 3 root 3 plus 5. That is equal to root 27 minus 5. Now, root 27 plus 5. And what about this is 3 root 3 minus 5? That is equal to root 27 minus 5. Now, can I say this 3 root 3 minus 5, is it greater than 1 or less than 1? Please tell me about this term. That is 3 root 3 minus 5. Is it greater than 1? No, it is always less than 1 but greater than 0. Isn't it? It will be always less than 1. 3 1.732 minus 5, it will be always less than 1. The trick is that the other term will be always less than 1. Okay. So if it is less than 1, and we need to identify what is 1 minus f and so on. F is a proper fraction, p is an integer and f is a proper fraction. Okay. This capital F and small f is basically the same thing here. You do not need to be confused regarding this. Alright. So now, yes. Tell me one thing here. First of all, if I say there are 2 possibilities because n can be odd number, n can be even number, so we need to consider here. Now tell me one thing. X plus y raised to power n plus x minus y raised to power n. Okay, that will be always equal to twice of nc0 plus nc0 into what? X raised to power n plus nc2 into x raised to power n minus 2 into y square plus nc4 into x raised to power n minus 4 into y raised to power 4 and so on. Alright. Now tell me one thing here. Here the value of x and y, that is very important to understand here. Which one is greater? Definitely 3 root 3 is greater. Yes or no? So x is equal to 3 root 3 and y is equal to 5. So here x is equal to 3 root 3 and y is equal to nothing but that is equal to 5. So x is 3 root 3 and y is equal to 5. So if I substitute these terms here in this here, can I say the right hand side, is it always going to be an integer? Please tell me. Is it always going to be an integer? Please tell me yes or no. Yes. Provided if n number, we have no idea what is n. If n is an even number, now x is what? 3 root 3. So 3 root 3 raised to power n. If n is an even number, then only the right hand side will be integer. Yes or no? Yeah, और से भी integer हो सकता है. Please tell me. Can the 3 root 3 raised to power 3 will be integer or 3 root 3 raised to power 1 is an integer? No. So x is 3 root 3, y is equal to 5 if, and if I say in this case, if n is an even number, then this part is an integer. Yes or no? If n is an even. So for even, I need to consider this the plus of these two. Then it will be right hand side will be always an integer. So the right hand side is always an integer. So I can say that x plus y, or let me write it down here. That is 3 root 3 plus 5 raised to power n plus 3 root 3 minus 5 raised to power n. That will be equal to nothing but that will be equal to 2p, or that will be an even number if n is an even. Yes or no? It's a multiple of 2. And here the 3 root 3, the power of 3 root 3, it will be always an even number if n is an even number. If it is odd, then right hand side will not be an integer. So this formula I can apply only if n is an even number. Let me write down, this will be a multiple of 2. So I can write down here 2p. Any doubts to anyone now? Tell me. If n is an even number, then this is equal to 2p here. And we know now that this is equal to nothing but p plus some fractional term. Integer part plus fractional part. And the second term is equal to f dash. Okay, I'll say this is equal to, let's say, f dash. Okay, f dash is equal to 3 root 3 minus 5 here. Okay, so that will be equal to nothing but that will be equal to, okay, ये p है इधर लिखा हुआ है, तो I can take this as q. Right hand side is 2q or 2a ले लो. It has to be even number. So that is equal to 2a. So from here I'll get f plus f dash, that is equal to 2a minus p. And what is the value of f plus f dash? It has to be an integer. If it has to be an integer, the only possibilities, now we know f will be lying in the range 0 to 1. F dash will be also lying in the range 0 to 1. So f plus f dash will lie in the range 0 to 2. So what is the value of f plus f dash? It is equal to 1. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. Okay. I think I forget to change the question. Actually, the question was this. एक थोड़ा सा error है. When I was typing this, there is a slight typing error. This was here 3 root 3 minus 5. In the question, they have asked about 3 root 3 minus 5 raised to power n. I need to find out this value. Okay, so just change the question here. So 3 root 3 minus 5 is equal to f dash. So from here, f dash is equal to 1 minus f. Is that part clear to all of you? So f dash, it is equal to 1 minus f. So if n is an even number, so the fourth statement is the correct one. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. So first is true. If n is an even number, then this will be equal to 1 minus f. Now, if n is odd, so we know that this is not an integer. So I should work on which formula? The difference of these two. Is that clear to all of you? Because for n equal to odd, the right hand side in this, which I have done, that is not an integer. So I'm going to write down on the next slide. Now, I can also say that x plus y raised to power n minus x minus y raised to power n, that will be always equal to twice of. It will be again nc1 into x raised to power n minus 1 and y raised to power 1 plus nc3 into x raised to power n minus 3 into y raised to power 3 and so on. And here the value of x, it is equal to 3 root 3 and y is equal to 5. And here, if n is even, if n is odd, if n is odd, so tell me here, n minus 1, it will be an even, n minus 3, it will be an even number. So power of x, it is always going to be an even number here because n is odd. So power of x is going to be even number, so 3 raised to power 3. Sorry, 3 root 3 raised to power even number will be also even. So in that case, I can say that the value of x plus y raised to power n, or basically, what is that? That is 3 root 3 plus 5 raised to power n minus 3 root 3 minus 5 raised to power n. It is nothing but it's 2 deviates. Is that clear to all of you? If n is odd, then this is true here. And this is equal to p plus f. Yes or no? And this is minus f dash, which is equal to 2b. So I'm getting that is f minus f dash, which is equal to 2b minus p. And f minus f dash, it is nothing but it has to be an integer. 2b minus p. 2b is an integer, p is an integer, so it is an integer. And we also know that the value of f is lying in the range 0 to 1. And f dash is also lying in the range 0 to 1. So f minus f dash. F minus f dash. What is the possible value of f minus f dash dash? Tell me. Okay, this can be even equal to 0. Now, fractional part can be equal to 0 also. So it will be also lying in the range 0 to 1. And if it is lying in the range 0 to 1, so it means what? Can you say? The only possible value of f plus f dash, it is equal to 0. Isn't it? In this range, the only term which is equal to nothing but 0. So I can say that f minus f dash, it is equal to 0. So f is equal to nothing but f dash. So if I go back to the slide, f is equal to f dash if n is an odd. So f is equal to f dash, and f dash, this is the f dash. So f dash will be equal to f if n is an odd. So the last statement is also, so the statement number 1 and statement number 4 both are correct answers. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. So I hope that you understood the impact of power. Okay, so one last question for the day, and this topic also. Try this and tell me the answer. Can you guys tell me what is the value of 8 minus 3 root 7? Is it more than 1 or less than 1? That is 8 minus root 63. What about 8 minus root 63? Root 63 is 7 point something. Can I say 7 and 3, sorry, 9 into 7, root 63 is 7 point something. So 8 minus 7 point something, it will be always between 0 to 1. Is that clear? So this is definitely between 0 to 1. 0 to 1. And let us assume this is equal to f dash. Okay, which is between 0 to 1. All right, this is between 0 to 1, I can say. Or you can say exactly between 0 to 1 also, you can say, even if you do not put equality sign, that is fine. Now, so here, 8 is greater, now, so I can say that is 8 plus 3 root 7. plus raised to power n into 8 minus 3 root 7 raised to power n. Can I say it will be always even number? Because here the second term, na, 3 root 7 raised to power n. So 3 root 7 is y basically. So 3 root 7 raised to power y. So do I need to write down the formula again? लिख देता हूँ. Just a minute. Just wait. I can say that the value of x plus y raised to power n plus x minus y raised to power n plus x minus y raised to power n. It is equal to twice of nc0 into x raised to power n plus nc2 into x raised to power n minus 2 y square plus nc4 into x raised to power n minus 4 y square and so on. And here x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 3 root 7. So, and you know that the power of y is always an even number. Power of y is always an even number. So, if the power of y is always an even number, so 3 root 7 raised to power even number, it will be always an integer. So, it is independent. अब n की value odd हो या even हो, इससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. This is always an even number. So, we know that 8 plus 3 root 7. 8 plus 3 root 7 raised to power n plus 8 minus 3 root 7 raised to power n. It is nothing but an even number. That is, let's say 2a. Got it? And this is equal to p plus f plus this is equal to f dash, which is equal to 2a. And p plus f dash, it is equal to 2a. So f plus f dash, it is an integer. So the only possible value of f plus f dash is equal to 1. Yes or no? Is that clear to all of you? Or do I need to write down? F plus f dash, it will always lies in the range 0 to 2. Between 0 to 2, there is only one integer. So that is 1 here. So which means this implies p must be an odd number. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond yes or no, everyone. Tanya, Avinash, Jatin, Aditi, Madhur, Ankur. So the first statement is definitely a correct one. Okay. First is definitely a correct one. Okay. First is definitely correct. But the last statement is also correct, as we have proved in example number 27. This is also correct. Why? Here, let me write it down on the next slide. So from here, I can say that the value of f plus f dash, it is equal to 1. Okay, so this implies f dash, it is equal to 1 minus f, isn't it? F dash is equal to 1 minus f. So this is last option is 1 minus f into p plus f. So 1 minus f into p plus 1 minus f is equal to f dash and p plus f is equal to this. So if I write down in the next slide, 1 minus f into p plus f. 1 minus f into p plus f. 1 minus f, it is equal to 8 minus 3 root 7 raised to power n. And p plus f is equal to 8 plus 3 root 7 raised to power n. So that is 8 square minus 3 root 7 whole square raised to power n. So which is equal to 1 raised to power n, which is equal to 1. So that's the reason this one last is also true. Is that clear to all of you now? Please respond. Rohan, Madhur, Ankur, Aditi, everyone. So that completes our binomial theorem topic also. All right. There is nothing much more here. In the CAT, there is no direct question has been asked. In the XAT, I have discussed one of the questions, was very tough. But on occasionally you can find out its application in some of the question of number system. So that we'll discuss there only, especially for finding the last 2 digit, last 3 digit of a number, or some question based on remainders can be also solved using binomial theorem. So that I'll take the application in number system only. So any doubts now? No. Okay, guys. So good night to all of you. See you all tomorrow.
Music